Good day, everyone. Merry meet. My name is Glynis. I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. If you've just found my channel, well, welcome. I hope you hit the subscribe button and join me. And if you're returning, well, you guys already know, thank you so much. So this video is a response to Trish of I Love My Danes. This is 15 questions, and the title is I was wondering, or I was just wondering, something like that. So it's, like I said, it's 15 questions. So without further ado, we will get started with this. The first one is, have you ever used a Ouija board? And if so, what happened? Well, I feel like I broke my first tooth on a Ouija board. I've been using a Ouija board for many years. And if so, what happened? Well, I'm sure the bulk of you already know a Ouija board, it does open doors, of course, but you know, you have to be very careful. And you guys know I'm all about being careful and protection. And I guess simply because I take it to a bigger degree, because I take everything else to a bigger degree. And I kind of push the boundaries a little bit. But asking me what happened, well, nothing dramatic, nothing like you would ever see on the television or anything like that. But of course the planchette does move, of course it does, but what you have to understand and realize maybe is that whatever has come through, hopefully it's who you've invited, but because I think most of us are saying, oh, Aunt Jane or Uncle John, or you know whatever. The reality is that it might be a trickster spirit. You never know. But you just have to realize that when you're working a Ouija board, whatever has come through is moving through your hands and through your body, the vibrations in your body. Now, I'm not saying they possess you, so I've never been possessed, although that depends on who you speak with. But, and it's the same with, so I have used a Ouija board many times and still do, and will always. And it's the same way when I use a pendulum. The spirit is basically, in essence, working through your body. So I hope that answered that. So yes, definitely Ouija for me. What is your favorite type of spell to do? Well, my absolute favorite type of spell to do is a road opener. And I think it's my favorite because it always works for me. And it's always, whether it be for myself, for a friend, for a client, it works phenomenally well. And also, why it's one of my favorites is because, if I can explain this to you, I can open the road, I can remove the blockages, but in essence, it is up to you, me, or whomever to decide which way to go. So there you go. So I can remove the blockages and open roads, and the world is yours, but it depends on you, right? Okay. So number 3, what is the least type of spell to do? My least favorite, I think she meant. I don't have a least favorite. So there you go. There's no type of spell that, oh, I don't like doing that. Because you guys already know me well enough to know spells, as in life, as in magic, I try to find always the most positive thing. So, you know, even though I may go, I don't maybe not necessarily approve of this type of spell, the reality is if you are just in your ask, then there you go. So I don't really have a least favorite. What 3 herbs are a must-have? Wow. if like I said, if you guys could see inside my cabinet, let's see, mugwort, sage. I've really been enjoying a lot of sage, and sage I find I can use throughout no matter what, and hyssop. So that would right now be my 3 favorites, but really it depends on the lunar cycle that you're working in. And I love yarrow too, so I can't keep it at 3. That's impossible for me. What are 3 essential oils? Infused oils is a must-have. Well, dragon's blood, simply because no matter what it is that you're doing, it will amp up, and it kind of acts as an assistant to the other herbs and oils that you might be using. So that's why I like to use some dragon's blood. Wow. I like to use sandalwood. I love sandalwood. And essential oils. I like sweet orange as well, since I use sweet orange. And again, I use sweet orange in my road opener. So there you go. Did you ever do a spell for someone that came back to you? No. Simply because I've never done anything for someone else that I did not prepare ahead of time. So again, when you're working for someone else, whether it be a friend or client or whatever, you always prepare ahead of time. So in that respect, if you do what you should be doing, you don't have to worry about that. What is the weirdest thing on your altar? I don't consider any one thing the weirdest thing that I have on my altar. There's nothing weird in this world. Okay? So there's just simply nothing weird. What is the biggest crystal you have? Well, the biggest crystal I have is going to stay back where it is for various reasons. But the one that I'm working with right now, and it's not the biggest, is a natural carnelian quartz. And it's, I think you guys can see it. And I'm working with it right now. Although it's polished on both sides, it's rough around the edges, kind of like me. But this is for healing. And as you guys know, that there's a bit of illness near me. And although I'm not ill, no worries there. But so I've been using and working with this. But my largest crystal simply will not be on video. So there you go. We'll just set that over there. Let's see. How many tarot oracle decks do you have? A big fat 0. None. That's not how I read. And you guys, if you know anything about me, you already know that. It's just, to me, it's just, you put a deck in my hand and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't need anything like that to read. So, and which goes to number 10. We're on number 10. Which tarot deck, oracle deck is your favorite? Well, I can say none because I don't have any, so I don't have a favorite. Which is your least favorite? Again, a 0. So there you go. 12. What is your favorite witchy book? Number 12. What is your favorite witchy book? Well, I don't have a one favorite witchy book. I can tell you some of my favorites and some of my favorite authors. Of course, we all know Cindy Brannon. And of course, right now I am going through the process of Keeping Her Keys. Whoops. By Cindy Brannon. I'm going through this. And even though you probably could just simply read through it, it is meant to be a year-long process. So I'm going through this now. I'm really digging deep and going deeper into this. And of course, Cindy Brannon, True Magic. I've been working and reading as much as I can with this. I've been enjoying backwoods witchcraft, which, I mean, it's what I'm all about. And it's a good read. I can't say that I've actually, which that sounds really awful, but so I'm not going to say it. But it's Jake Richards. And I can tell you any book by Cindy Brannon, Janet Farrar, Stuart Farrar, or Gavin Bone. Anything like that is going to be my absolute favorites. Okay? Number 13, how often do you do any kind of spells? Well, you guys, and again, via my channel, you guys already know how I start my day. I start my day with giving thanks, and I use my new moon water to spray on my clothes, whether I have a work day or not. I spray it for positivity and to get my day started that way. As far as spells are concerned, I try to keep it down to 4 to 5 a week, something like that. And again, I'm going to be sharing those with you very, very soon. I have one that I found that is working very, very well for me, and it's a spell for me that I will share. But yeah, I practice really super often. And of course, I start my day with my ritual and with my new moon water. And I also start my day with Hecate. So there you go. So every day for me is magical. Do you have a besom? If so, how many? I do. I have several. I went back and again in my witchy cabinet and I looked, and I have several. But really, you don't need like an official besom. If you are, if you've cast a circle, you need to cut it. Your hand works very, very well. And now, I don't use my besom for like actual cleaning, sweeping up and things like that. That's not how I see a besom. I see a besom as sweeping energy, things like that. So your hand actually, if you don't have one that is suitable for your purposes, your hand works perfectly well. And number 15, so we are on the last one. What is your favorite spread in tarot and oracle? Oh, so there you go. I don't do that. But you know what? Thank you guys so much for joining me. And again, I hope you join me on Witchy Wednesday's Brew. I will be answering a couple of questions, but mostly speaking about my relationship and the work and how I perceive myself and the deity Hecate. Excuse me. So I will be speaking about that as much as I feel qualified to. But I hope you join me Wednesday, and I'm hoping I'm going to give it a go that I'll be able to do a spell or two in the interim. One that's working, like I said, very, very well for me, and so I will share that as soon as I can. But I hope everyone has a great rest of the day, rest of the evening. And with that, I will say merry part, and I so hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.